astrologer Wonder Girl, and I am here to give you your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, June 19th to Sunday, June 25th. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your chart to see what's coming up. All right, Aquarius, this is you right here on the chart, just so you can place yourself. And what we've got going on this week is the sun finishing up its transit in Gemini, which is your 5th house of happiness. So you're thinking a lot this week about what makes you happy, about what you enjoy. Could be kids, could be passion projects, could be romantic relationships, doing a lot of thinking about those kind of things and just identifying with that. And I think what you're really trying to figure out there is how it is perhaps that you can communicate better about the things that you love in some ways, work better with people around town, with the things that are going on that make you happy. Okay, I think there's also a lot of stuff that's going on here with partnerships in some way and other people, relationships, where maybe you're trying to figure out how you can do more of what it is that you love with the people in your life that you partner with intimately, how you can communicate more about these things that you enjoy and work better with your local community in some ways. Okay, now as you're thinking a lot about that kind of stuff, I think there's some choices that you had to make, especially at the end of last week, about your goals and your life direction and where it is that you see your life going. Maybe trying to figure out how you could do more of what you love and bring more of what you love into your life in some way, or how you can maybe balance doing what makes you happy with where you see your life going, and how you can be more of your authentic self, and having to make some choices there. And I think you're really trying to figure out where your life is going, how you can communicate more about where your life is going, especially with people around town, put things in the right perspective, and especially about how you can move forward with the people in your life. Okay, and to really create the life that you want with other people in a way that makes you happy and doesn't neglect your heart and doesn't neglect the things that you love. So I think that's a big thing for you. I think it could be a little bit difficult though, because you do have Chiron over here in your 2nd house of money and confidence and your gifts and skills. So maybe you feel like you don't really have the money to finance some of the things that you love and to go, you know, towards your heart and do some of those things. Maybe you don't feel confident kind of doing things that make you happy, or maybe you don't feel like your gifts and skills are being utilized in the right ways when it comes to some things, but still kind of needing to move forward anyways in the things that are close to your heart. There could also be some frustration as well when it comes to people at home or family or stability, that as you're trying to move forward on these things that are close to your heart, maybe feeling like the stability isn't there, you know, that you don't have the foundations that you want to move forward, that maybe there's some difficulty at home with your home life or family, kind of as you move forward in this right direction, that's kind of slowing you down from doing what it is that really makes you happy. So you see that being a big thing this week. When we move into the middle of the week, it still is not the most comfortable, but things do change a little bit. That's because your focus goes from what you love and what makes you happy over to kind of your job and your daily routines. That's because we've got the sun that's going to move into your 6th house, into Cancer. Okay, really trying to bring new energy into your job, into the things that you do on the day to day. Okay, especially we've got a new moon there, so there's going to be some new beginnings coming with your routines and the things that you do on a daily basis. Okay, as that's happening, I think you're going to try to maybe create a job in some way that can expand. Maybe you were doing new things on the day-to-day in some ways. I want to think trying to do something more fun and exciting for your job, for your daily routines, something different as you move forward. I don't see that being the easiest for you. I think you're really going to have to figure out how to maneuver your job or what you do on the day-to-day so that it can be more exciting for you, so that it can be more fun, so that it can bring more new things to you. I think you're going to have to figure that out. Also, I think what's going on is that there could be some confusion about how to act here, because we do have Mars on your job in a trine with Neptune in your 2nd. So I think maybe there were some things you wanted about money, or you were hoping would happen with your money or with your income in some ways, where that was going. Also perhaps with your confidence or your gifts and talents and your skills, and things turned out differently, or maybe not in the way that you wanted, and you having to kind of learn to readjust your perspective when it comes to money and things that happen with money and your daily routines and your job as you move forward there, that may be a little confusing for you to figure out how to act and where to move next when it comes to those things. Okay, but as you're thinking about all of that, at the very end of the week, there's also going to be some big changes that you're going to want to make in your life moving forward. And I feel like these changes are going to have to do with your home life, because we have Venus in your 4th making a trine over here to Pluto in your 12th. So I think they're going to have to maybe make some changes, a change in perspective of how you view your home life, of how you build stability in your life moving forward, and what brings you kind of peace at home in your life. And I think you're changing kind of inside how you relate to your family, how you relate to the these things in your life that bring you security, that make you feel committed in some way, so that you can really kind of move forward on the things that you love and create the daily routines that you want and that you feel like can really support you moving forward. So that's what I see for this week. Now your card is the Seven of Swords upright. Now this card to me does indicate doing things in secret. Perhaps doing things alone in some way. Maybe you feel like you have some things that you really want to do, some goals that are close to your heart that you need to go ahead and move on and do without other people knowing. And maybe that's a good thing this week when this card shows up. I think the only warning I have to give to you is if you do things in secret, to make sure that you're doing them with the right intentions, with the best heart, to make sure you're not going behind anyone's back in any way that can cause problems later. Because normally this card does indicate that if you are doing things in secret with bad intentions, it probably will at this time, or may, you know, come back to bite you later on. So if you're doing anything secretively, just make sure you've got the right intentions, you mean well for people, just in case something does happen later on, that you can explain to them why it was that you did what you did. So that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. I hope you like it. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.